Good morning, evening, afternoon, and Tato Cat. Welcome to the channel. Today we are playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, or Plot for short. Previously, well, I finally got to the stand, and he's basically saying he doesn't even have to say anything, and I'm saying he should say stuff, and now he's saying stuff, and now I'm asking him questions, and I have to get him on a thing, and I don't remember everything he asked me, so let's continue with that. My cat feels the need to sharpen her claws because she's on my side and she needs to plan on scratching his face. Seems like she's ready. As I recall, Neil and I were, long story short, we were slipped up. I've already pressed him on all this stuff. I pressed everything. Went to my office. He said something weird about a forgery that I didn't like. But I don't remember what that was. There it is. Yeah, because like he had the jar in his office. So he clearly had something to do with forgeries. Like, that was in his safe. What buttons? There we go. Yeah. No. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office that I did not break into. I was let into, and I just so happened to kind of find out you're safe because you had a really dumb password. Take this chart, for example. That's the blue badger you showed us earlier. A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk. I mean, I really don't know how usable this is in a real court because I didn't have a warrant to like look in his office. And there's no real proof that I found that stuff in his safe. I mean, I guess Detective Gumshoe, but I feel like everything I'm presenting could be considered questionable. But then again, all the evidence I present that I found by myself could be considered questionable. But you know, details was actually found inside your desk. It was found where? You see, Chief Gaunt, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. Chief Gaunt, what's the meaning of this? Oh. Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit to it then? That you were involved in the forgery? Who, me? Or do you mean you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right? Righto. Objection! However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. So what? See, it's very fishy on my part. I didn't have that many people, and he could technically say anybody, because I just had me and my pal. That that they're just on my side, and I could say whatever I want. That's what dumb red tape notes are for. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment. What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding this piece of evidence you found in your office, in relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. Well, you can't really say she confirmed that was her picture, and I wasn't even around during then. Like, I was born, but, not involved. My. Kids these days no longer know how to put 2 and 2 together. Alright, press on everything. I can't press yet. Let's see. What was it now? A jar fragment and a list? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Now I press everything. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You do understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Oh. Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, All right, Archie. In return, though. I know. That place, right? Huh? What are these guys, telepathic? No, they're just buddies, which seems questionable. Just press everything. Seems like it's useful. It doesn't hurt me in any way, so press everything. I'm not a singer, okay? I'd appreciate it if you stop making these ridiculous allegations. Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that. What? I have you know that I totally have the guts to forge it. I'll have you know, back in the day, I once broke into a cattle ranch and did... Mr. Wright, what are you saying? Anyway, You can't prove you didn't carry in the evidence, can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're going to need it later. Later? What are you talking about? We have date plans. You can't have them. They just need to start working together, okay? They just have like this thing. They just need to do it, alright? They killed off Mia. They're going giving me... I know this game doesn't really have romantic interest, but it just seems like a whole lot of flirting that happens. My shipping fanfickiness can't be stopped. What else? What else? I'm talking about when Raito's prints are found. Yes. If they're found inside my safe, which they will be, they would be proof his investigation was illegal. Aren't all my investigations illegal? I've never faced anyone as slimy as this guy. Yep. What do you mean by that? This is all purely hypothetical, of course. But suppose I did plant those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery. If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery, I'm not through speaking yet, Raito. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered. Worthless. Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation? It would appear not, after all. It wasn't listed in the evidence list. For all we know, it would have suddenly materialized the day after Dark was sentenced. Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient? Right. The chief is talking about a possibility. So long as you can rule that out. Your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time. Tell me something I don't know. Come now, Raito. Think about it. There's no reason I'd participate in forgery. How can you look at me in the eye and say that? Because I'm innocent. Remember? Who was it that murdered Neil? I'm not sure if I care for the word murder here. But in the end, the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Skye. Well, now, do you see? Rearranging you? Really, Chief Khan? At the very least, there is one very large benefit you've reaped from all this. I don't know why I couldn't read reaped. Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? New feng shui? That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police. Oh? The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to chief. That in itself is sufficient. Okay, I feel like I read that wonky. That in itself is sufficient motive. Ho ho ho. Oh, that's a good one. Huh? Do you really think I'm that incompetent? What do you mean? Of course I think you're that incompetent. Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of the SL9 merely sped up the inevitable act. The little. Is that true, Edgeworth? Yes. He was going to be made chief anyway. Gah. Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at. So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There. It's out in the open now. Oh, that's a big shocker. Gee. Would you mind if I change my testimony a little? By all means, please do. Wanna be anyone's accomplice. Nothing in it for you? Sorry, but the only person I care about myself with, truly is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you better think again. You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Ho 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 ho. Oh, that's a good one, Worthy. Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? No. Yeah, he had an accomplice. It was Lana. True. You might not help out anyone for their sake, but it would benefit you. But if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to betray the chief. As a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. That's not what I mean. Very well then. Who is the person you believe that Chief Gaunt may have helped forge evidence? Lana. Duh.
Take that!
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky, the defendant. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky, the defendant? I mean, it's her sister, and she got the chief prosecutor, and it'd be good to have that sort of person in your pocket. I believe it's quite obvious in the light of circumstances. Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister Lana? And as for Chief God, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit. Self-profit? What do you mean? After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Sky was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief God. But how would he profit from all this? He'd be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Oh, no, Judge, you're supposed to be smart. You might be like not aware of technological or trends, but you should be smarter than this. Come on, man. Oh, wait. You must mean puppet as in someone. Yes. Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Sky in forging evidence. Your motive? To appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her. Right, so my boy, you have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What? Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana? She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against God. I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless it is also what happened in this incident. This incident? Or which one would that be? Of course, I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't forget that this case is actually about that. Did everyone forget that? I know we solved a whole other murder, but seriously, that other dude died, and that's what that whole thing was about. But okay, yeah, let's continue. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Just what do you mean? What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gaunt is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. What? Order. I said order. Mr. Wright, You can't be serious. Huh. This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder? This is I'm impossible. Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's nothing back. There's no turning back for us now. It looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? That chief of a high-ranking office of law is involved in this murder? I mean, who better to do it? I mean, it'd be so much easier for him to get away with it. Good question. I don't know. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gaunt is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got. And it better be good. Show us the evidence that ties Chief Gaunt to the murder of Detective Goodman. Oh no! Do I have such a thing? Oh, she gave this to me. I thought maybe there'd be a secret in there. No secrets. Is it the thing that showed him he went to this thing? Is it this one? Why not?
Take that!
This is the ID card list. Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the murder. There was an ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. Let's count the sevens. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. 7 sevens. Sorry, but there was no way you can prove that's my car number. It's your number. This is the number I used to break into the safe. What? How do you know that? The safe in Chief Gaunt's office required a code to open. 7-digit code. A 7-digit? You don't mean. I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 7777777. the same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gaunt, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Order, order. Chief Gaunt, what do you have to say? Nothing. The defense's search for my office was in violation of regulations. And I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, in this court, demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Chief Gaunt, so you admit it. Dun dun dun! He's gonna come up with more bullshit that I have to figure out before anything happens to him. Cause that's how this game goes. I mean, it wouldn't be fun otherwise. In fact, sometimes when I get them and I like solve the case, I'm like, no, there's more. Because I'm expecting another hoop to jump through. And now they're like, nah, you solved it. I'm like, no. So, we will see how this goes in the next episode. Let's get Gaunt. Gant? Get Gant? Gant. Gaunt or Gant? I really don't know. But either way, we're going to get him. What did you say?